here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors.
And we are underway in Foxborough.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. They'll start on the ground. Carter. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This defense for the Patriots, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another tote for Carter. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson. This is intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Carter straight ahead. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, partner, it's almost a little jarring to... See a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
This offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team,
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Flushed out right. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
26
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are on the board first here this afternoon. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Browns drive about to get started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On 2nd and 9, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
26, Mike.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. 2nd down at 7.
32. Mike, 60.
Mike, 28. Mike, 20.
Check, hut.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Watch out, watch out.
Check, hut.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Looking for Tyquan Thornton on that one, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now it's Watson. And this throw will be intercepted.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Out to his left. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Smith. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Off the RPO, he completes it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. CeeDee Lamb, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. The point after is good, and that makes our score 17-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Carter once more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 37. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Pats will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now he dumps this off over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And here's Jake Bailey now. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
On the return is Jones. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Patriots take over. An NFL update there in the 2nd quarter in Baltimore, and an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here we go, set, flat 40.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away.
Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton.
2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here we go. Yellow, 22. We own them.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and the lead will stay put at 17.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always
under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
3rd and long. It's Watson looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Dancing to his left.
Left side to Lamb.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Watson. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. To throw is Watson from the gun on 3rd down. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And his kick here is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
2nd and 6. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Browns send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Pats are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
Incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Tighten up, tighten up. 10 cycles.
They hand this off to Harris.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Forced out to his left. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, partner, you know and I know that sacks hurt an offense's momentum. But normally when you get sacked, you're losing 5, 8, 10 yards. On a really bad play 15, how do you lose about half a field on a play? Unbelievable.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Over the middle, complete. It's Walsh. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On second and very short. Watson, throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Finding room at midfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
From the 27, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. So if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Pats will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second down and 3.
95. Drill, 52.
Back to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Ready, blue 32. Hey, check next. Look.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
On third down, here's Harris. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5.